Hi, my name is Hafiz Khan, and today I will show you Cisco's router's basic configuration. When you start a router, you will see a dialog box where it asks you for continue with the configuration dialog. Either to press yes to enter yes or no. So for simplicity reason, I'll just simply type no. Right, okay, press enter to get started. Now here on the prompt you see router. That's actually the host name for this router. What I'm gonna do first to make things clear, whenever I connect to a router, so I will see which router I am connected to. So first thing I will do, I will change the name, the host name for this router. In real life you will be connected not physically to a router, but through WAN or through LAN. You, like for example, you connected to one place, one router, and then you will through telnet you will connect to a router on a different part of the world. For example, you are somewhere in London, you probably will connect to a router in India or Bangladesh or Pakistan or Australia or America or wherever they are. So that is something I will change it first. For this I will go first to enable mode, where it's called user privilege mode. For that I have to enter, or I have to type enable. For this I'll just say, so I'm in user privilege mode now. You can see there is no password or anything. First thing we should do is to put a router or anything online, we should make sure to provide a password for user privilege mode and configuration mode and everything. There isn't any password for configuration mode, but you must provide a password for user privilege mode. Okay, and now I have to go to configuration mode, user configuration mode. So just configure terminal, enter. Here we go. Right, here I will just write host name, and then for example this is my router on a lab 1, and this is router number 1, so I just put like lab 1 underscore say router 1 r1 underscore lab 1. This is my router r1 on lab 1, and now for me, I know where my lab 1 is, so it would be understandable. For example, my lab 1 is in London, my lab 2 is in somewhere in America, and then my lab 3 is somewhere in New York, and lab 4 is somewhere in California, and lab 5 is somewhere in Sydney, so that way I would just know. And if you further wanted a description of the location to make it further easy for you, you can use, for example, called London. So just I would know that it's my router 1 on lab 1 in London. Okay, here we go. So, and a command prompt, you can see now router 1 on lab 1 in London. So that's it. Here we go. Right, the next thing I'll say, I would just leave this configuration mode, put exit or control Z. Right, and I would like to see what is the time actually end date on the router. We should make sure the time and date and everything are correct on the router. So how you do that, just show and then clock. Here we go. So it's actually Monday, March 1st, 1993, and that is the time, 6 o'clock in the morning. Right, okay. I'll say, right, I'm gonna set the timing now, set the clock. So just write set clock, and then for example, for some reason you don't have to remember this, but the easy way to do it, just to put a question mark. For example, I'm not sure what to write next, so I'm just gonna say put question mark, and see it's just telling me they made a mistake, which is not right. So say clock, Okay, and then see, it just say, when I put question mark here, you just give me the options. See, you can put set here, set, and I don't know for the word to enter, so I'm just gonna enter question mark. Okay, now asking me to enter current time and hours, minute and seconds. Here we go. Okay, and then next again I will enter question mark, and it's actually asking me to enter day of the month, like particular date, which is 27th today. And then it also showing me you can enter a month as well, so I'll say just enter 27th and then say April and then question mark, and it says year. Okay, so 2011, here we go. And if I enter question mark now, I will just say Sia in a carriage. I mean, just enter it. Here we go. You just carriage. So that means my command is now complete, and I can press enter. Here we go. If I just say show clock, here we go. 1:10 in the afternoon, and that universal timing is Wednesday, April 27th, 2011. Here we go, all done. Cool. Right, so now if for example you want this router to connect to another router, and for simplicity we will say we just want this router to be connected to the other router through serial interface, and we know that we physically connected that wire to serial interface 0 by 0 on this particular router. So what we will do, we will go to user configuration mode, which is again we have to type config terminal and enter. Right, we are in user configuration mode now, and here we will go to interface serial 0 by 0. So interface serial 0 by 0. We know that we have physically connected this router to the other router through serial interface 0 by 0, so that's why we're just writing this. We try to configure this. We want to communicate this device with the other device. Here we go. Okay, we are now on router 1 lab 1 in London. We are in configuration mode and we are on the interface. So if you see this, you are on interface. Okay, first thing I will do, I will just gonna have to assign an IP address, a logical address to this device, so it can communicate with the other devices on the network. I'm sure everyone know IP address, so I'll just simply go ahead and enter an IP address. I'm just gonna enter a simple one, which is 10.1.1.1 and 255.0.0.0. You got different classes in IP, A, B, and C, and then you got classless IP, and you got private IPs, and you got reserve IPs, different sort of. So for the time being, we just ignore everything, and we just go ahead and enter a simple IP address, which is this one. Obviously, it's a class A address, but we're just gonna enter it, and we wouldn't discuss anything at this point, but just go ahead and do it. This is an IP address for A, and this is a subnet mask. So here we go. That's it. This IP has been assigned to this router now. Okay, right. One other thing, with serial interface, sometimes some routers with the old one, you have to enter clock rate, in DC and DTE. For example, I'm just gonna enter clock rate. Sorry, here, and if I'll just enter question mark, for example. I don't know what exactly is, how to write after this, so it will give me like different clock rates. For example, 1200, 2400, 48, 96, this 64, 56, up till, look at that, too much. Right, so I'll just simply enter, for example, my one is 56,000. Right, so let's say my clock rate is set for this. This device will communicate on this serial interface with the other device connected on the same line with not more than 56,000 bits per second. So when the maximum speed will be 56,000 per second bits per second. Okay, here we go. So if, for example, the other device is fast enough, then this device will control the bits rate per second transmission. So that's it. Okay, after this, I'll just put, to enable this interface, I will just put no shut down. So for this, if in case for some reason this interface is being disabled or is just shut for some reason, to enable it or to bring it back to life, you have to write no shutdown. That's it. And sometime if you're troubleshooting a connectivity problem, and if you go on interface and just check a status and it say administratively down, it means that this interface has been disabled or is shut for some reason. So just go ahead and write no shutdown and see if it just make any difference. Right, okay, here we go. Now if I just put press Ctrl plus Z, I'll just take me back straight to the user privilege mode, which is also enable mode. Or if you want to go back step by step, you can just enter, for example, I'm in config terminal mode, and then I'm in interface serial 0 by 0, and I want to go step by step back, one step back, just press right enter, user configuration mode, and then exit, and I'm now on user privilege mode. Here we go. Okay, right, so now this is a router view. You just start doing things from the very beginning. Might be the case in real life that you buy a router on eBay or somewhere, or use a router and it's been already configured by some other people, or somebody done something to you, and you just bought in and put in your network. So before you do that, you make sure you check it's running configuration. I mean, what has been configured on that, or just for example, you on a router and you make different changes and you're not sure what have you done, and just to check what has been configured on this router. So just write show running configuration. Okay, here we go. So at the moment on this router, host name has been configured as R1 Lab 1 in London, and then if you go ahead, there is nothing has been configured on fast Ethernet is 0 by 0. Serial Internet is 0 by 0 has been configured, and its IP address is 10.1.1.1. That's subnet mask, and its clock is 56,000. And apart from that, nothing else has been configured. There is no telnet password, nothing at all, and that's it. No privilege mode password, and no secret password, and nothing. So a few things have been configured. Now if you want to save this configuration, what you do is just write configuration has been saved. Okay, here we go. That's it. There's a few basic configuration, and the next one I'll do how you do your password. how to do password for for the login, and how to do password for enable mode or user privilege mode, and how to provide a password for secret password so nobody can see it, and let's say other few bits I'm gonna do in the next video. So I hope this video is informative for you, and thank you for viewing.